Alright, looking at the south framing, we'll start with the studs. Same thing goes as last time. You need to draw out all the full-length studs. The trimmer stud underneath the door header, I count as a full-length. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there are 10 full-length studs. And then we just want to expand this so that it doesn't cover our partial studs. And then partial studs are trickier on this one. There's a lot more involved with it. So now that I have identified all of my partial studs, I have dimensioned them as well. So these are about 2 feet. This is 1.5 feet, 1 foot, 6 inches. And then these little guys down here I think are about like 4. Okay. So this is my 8-foot board. So I'm going to do these 2-foot pieces first. So that's 2 feet, and well, I guess halfway is 4 feet. So let's move this over. So those are those 2, and then I have 1.5 and 1.5, which is 3 feet. So I'm at 4, so that would leave me with a foot left. So that's like these 2 boards. And I have a foot left, which would allow me to do the 6-inch boards, those 2. So I could actually make all of this with 1 8-footer. However, we have these little ones down here, so I would need a whole nother 8-footer to complete all of those. So I'm going to double click and say I need 2. Now on to headers. Please don't forget you need 2 of them. They're doubled up. So we show that with 2 lines. And then how many 8-footers do we need? Well, they're each 5.5, so I'm going to need 2 8-footers to develop those. And then my sole plate at the bottom. The sole plate, you'll notice, will stop. So my sole plate is not below the door, right? When you walk across a door, or through a door, excuse me, you're not tripping over a sole plate. So your sole plate is only that long. So I have a 12-foot wall minus 5 is 7. So I only need 1 8-footer to develop that sole plate. And then my double top plate, that does extend all the way. So I have a 12-foot wall. So I have 1 8-footer and then like a 4-footer. And then this is another 8-footer. And then a 4-footer. So in total I need 3 8-footers because here's 1, 2, and then this makes 3. And then my top plate, which is here, so I just have to figure out how long that is. Just do a quick measurement from there to there, and it is 6 feet, so that means I need 2 8-footers to create that. So the sheathing and drywall, I'm going to take my drywall pieces from over here and I'm going to use it. Something that's different about this piece is that with doors we don't put sheathing over it because that would just be a lot of waste. So you will go next to it. And then this, for this answer, I actually accept a few different answers, kind of depending on how students calculate their drywall and sheathing. Some of them will say, okay, if I cut this triangle in half, I can make this whole gable part out of 1 board. And then for my header part that's not covered, I could use this excess material here to cover it. So sometimes they say 3, or sometimes it's 4. It just kind of depends on how they look at it. I do accept both, the 3 or 4 is the answer for that one, for sheathing and drywall. And I will show you that here, 3 to 4.